Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Disco Elysium Part 2. In the previous video we kicked things off, we got introduced to the main man, us, the greatest cop who can't be stopped, Hobo Cop. A spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air. So like we're exploring, there's something about a dead body, I don't really know about all that, but...
Shame. Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
What?
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
He's eating a big sandwich?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
Bro, I'm just here trying to eat my sandwich.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
I don't know, last time I listened to my body, I almost died, so I'm not gonna do that.
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Alright, fine. If I have a 72% chance, I'm gonna do it. At the very least, we just saved. Okay, maybe we didn't die. Oh god, we did. We're fucking toasted.
This felt wrong. Wrong like touching your sister's breast. You threw your sister's breast.
Okay, we still have HP.
Mon Dieu! Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw.
I thought something way more spectacular would happen.
What are you talking about? You just executed a pretty much perfect pétanque throw.
His tone is full of admiration. Hey, empathy. Is he mocking me?
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass?
That's just how Johnny Ballgame is.
Right. Was the demonstration it? Or do you still need something from us, officer?
Okay, at least we didn't fucking die. I was a little worried we were gonna die.
What do we need from this gentleman?
You seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
You know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
But why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Well, I feel like I know who the communards are. Just, you know, based on the first few letters. Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
I mean, I should have chosen a place away from people and buildings.
This place is the damn beachhead, son. They had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling. A sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generation.
I mean, this man just said sex cult propaganda, like with a straight face, alright? I'm not the loser here.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Nod thoughtfully and turn to look northeast.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Is everything so bombed out?
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city.
And these are the good guys?
And it worked, too.
They don't really sound like the good guys.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Bro, I don't have enough context to make an informed decision.
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
I don't know. I don't know enough about the two parties to really like what type of rebellion was it? Was the coup justified? Who are these foreign countries that are invading? I don't know. I mean, at first blush, it sounds like an internal matter. I don't think you should invade the country and then like blow up a civilian center. That seems kind of bad. I don't really like any of these. What is it? Soft socialists paving the way for the hard working class to take over. I'm gonna abstain from this one.
I'm just so damn sorry it had to be the coalition.
I don't know enough about
After
the
8
parties
years
at
of
play.
fighting those hyenas, boiling
This
cats
man
for
might-
food and drinking piss in the mountains.
And plus if I say anything that comes across as even complimentary towards the so-called communards, this man might stab me. So this is one of those you just smile and nod.
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frissel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
I mean, I don't know about that, but
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
who the hell's Frizzle?
Damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't
Does he have a magic
protect.
school bus?
The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
Oh. I don't know if that's a good thing.
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
What's a suzerain?
Suzerain is the king. Has everyone
sorry, I had to
forgotten
say it.
already?
I know what it means. I'm not stupid.
Already.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
What if I just rolled double sixes? Like, it ain't that hard. Just roll double sixes. Well, it's not.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
How many balls you got, man? This man's just been chunking.
In Martinez,
Whole time.
the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
You don't got a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
We haven't really done that, though.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Alright, see ya. Bro, your friend's kind of fucking
I
weird.
have really outdone myself. This is divine.
He has created the world's first infinite sandwich. No matter how many bites he takes, it still stays the same.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Why are you always talking about asses?
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Can I have some of your sandwich?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
Alright, you're under arrest.
The only one you have.
Come on, don't be a dick.
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things.
You're not hearing me, man. I need the sandwich.
Fuck off! It's mine!
Alright.
Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad
I can
way,
arrest you now.
but
You
the
fell for my
sandwich
trap
is
card?
mine. I'm not gonna share it.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides.
The
But
hell?
try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? You're a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
Man, I can't believe this guy's taking our side about the sandwich. Well, what's the rules of the game?
Oh, the goal is to throw your bull as close to the cochonnet as you can. That's the cochonnet.
Okay, tell me more about it.
Well, first, you draw a circle about a half a meter in diameter.
We're gonna
We
freeze
made
to death out here?
ours out of rope. Then, the order of play is determined by a coin toss. You win it. You get to throw the cochonnet. Then, the players aim to throw their bulls as close to the cochonnet as possible. They must stay in the circle and keep both feet planted.
Yeah, but what's it really about?
I could, but I'd rather not. I don't want to take up your time with trivial details, officer.
Okay, thanks, Gaston. Now back to that
You'll
sandwich.
put that knowledge to good use in 50 years. I'm sure of that, officer.
Yeah, we're actually only 16 years old.
I don't like where this is going, officer. Don't you think we should do something else now?
But I want to talk to him. I need to get his sandwich.
Hurry up then.
You know about the dead man.
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
You know absolutely nothing?
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys.
You just
I
told me
can
to
see
fuck
that.
off like 90 seconds ago.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the gauche caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
I didn't know that.
Respects?
Sounds a bit like you're holding back.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
And who's Evrard?
Evrard Claire. Everyone in Martinez knows the Claire brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
Did you then hit him with a dodgeball?
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
Well, are you a Union member though?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me.
So you're not a member.
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Vezavane. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate this socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
What are the little things you do?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, He needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What kind of things do you write?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Everhart and I had these long talks where...
I have a feeling you're about to be interrupted.
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Alright, see ya.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Don't mind me. Tire tracks leading to the roof. An ancient fountain doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. A sewer grate. A gateway to the river of filth. I don't see a sewer grate. Come on, get the lead out. So let's pop one of those so that we don't die if we mess up. Ooh, fingerless gloves. I don't have any gloves. Oh, we have these. Okay, actually we need the... Well, I don't know if we need these, but... We'll equip these just in case we need them for the body thing. I do vaguely remember something about gloves in the body. Like I said, I have played a few hours of this game. I don't really remember making much story progress. I don't even think I finished like day one. Like I think I just kind of like ran around and talked to people.
Lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Okay.
Good morning to you, officers.
What do you have in your hand? Is that a sausage with a knife sticking out of it?
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous
Oh,
serving
okay. You're
of
supposed to be
salami
cutting it.
with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
What happened here?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
The words "daredevil driver" sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Can I have some salami?
Sure thing.
He cuts off a slice. See,
What's
this is
up,
what
too,
you should have
officer?
been like, Gaston, you fuck.
Why not?
Lieutenant ponders the offer for a moment, then decides to go for it. He takes a slice of the salami from the man and chews on it. Absolutely based citizen.
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Alright, see ya. The game is saved. Waterlock out of order until Wednesday. Okay. Pull it out. Fast cash for faster times? I do need money.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
How much are the streetlights?
700 real.
What the hell?
A bargain, I dare say.
Are you out of your mind? There's one just like that on every corner.
The light has undergone 3 transformations, and every transformation, large or small, has a price tag.
He rests his elbows on the counter and brings his face closer to the glass. What do you mean transformations?
Well, there are the cost of removal and rewiring. the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field.
Bro, that's not
the light
real.
became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
Okay, that checks out.
Does it? Conceptualization, I feel like you're I want that street light. You have $0? Let your gaze run over the street light.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Where'd you get it?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
But I want the street light.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Hey.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
Can I have a $60?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you.
No, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately, RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
Criminals.
All
Poor
kinds
people.
of people come through here.
Desperate.
Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
I think some of your selections are more tasteful than others.
It keeps me entertained.
We could put our gloves on and have a slightly higher chance of not failing. You might be able to aid our
I
investigation.
doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
You know anything about that hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery.
Alright, fine.
Bad for business.
See ya.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Let me have a look. I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment,
But I have some sweet gloves.
and especially that tie. It swallows photons around it. I have no need for necrotic objects.
Don't talk shit about my tie.
Your mother is a necrotic object! I'm fun! Look at me sparking in the light of the projector!
Yeah.
Another time, perhaps.
Alright. I mean, if you're just gonna be a bigot, then fine. I'll take my tie elsewhere. An antique cash register.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Win her back? I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to click on this because anytime we think about that, our brain explodes. Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
Okay. We're not going to click this because worst case scenario, we die. Medium, I mean, because even if we succeed and we find something cool, we can't buy it. So maybe we'll come back later when we have money. Or if we have money, maybe a better way to think about it. Is this our car?
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57.
Does it? Because I don't see 57.
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion.
Open the
In
door.
the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat. and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Pick up the radio.
The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
I'm not a lieutenant, I'm Raphael.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Firewalker, copy?
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Can you connect me to a civilian, Sylvie? She may have reported a murder?
Of course. What is her number, officer?
Yo, Kim, you got her number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
And then Alice is never heard from again. Yeah, start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Just wait. Relax.
I mean, it sounds like she's being killed by demons.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
A female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from here. Hey, I think we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Okay, who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
Okay.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, well, she kind of already explained why she wouldn't have called because they don't have a phone. All right, next question.
Yeah, go on.
You quit your job at the Whirling? Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
I mean, I want to know, but I'm also like, yeah, we may have done something. That was the old me. We're different. We're changed now.
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from whom?
You know whom.
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
You needed to get away from me?
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay?
Alright. Are you ever coming back to work?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Alright, see
I do
ya.
hope so.
Oh.
Please don't call me again. Bye.
Why does she seem to be angry with you?
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there.
Before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I don't really remember anything.
I'm not mad. It's just you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
What's a skua?
The stuffed bird. The great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac.
Yeah, that sounds like us.
I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Why do I always end up screwing everything up?
It was a pretty bird. There since I started working in Whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
So you're saying that I was the one who made you want to quit?
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place.
Kim, this is just a roleplay thing. She's not really talking about us. She's talking about our alter ego. We're not like a bad guy.
I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
I mean, those kids stealing booze, whatever. Some dude singing karaoke, whatever. Sailors fighting, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't really want to be around that. Yeah, the sexual harassment, that's not cool. But, you know, I don't know if I'd necessarily equate that with some dude singing on the karaoke machine, but I want to know what I did.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive.
That doesn't sound like us.
Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
What song was it?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Sorry.
To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that.
Sorry.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the
fucking
kitchen.
better. We had to see if they would float.
I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing
Okay, that's not
customers,
cool.
threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
Police documents?
The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet.
What happened to them?
Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
Resentment gives way to concern in her voice.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
Alright, okay, so maybe we weren't the best tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
Well, we're sorry.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
Hey, what did I sing also?
All sorts of things. Some disco, rock too. So much disco and rock.
Maybe you can help me identify this one particular song?
Which one would that be?
It was really sad.
Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in Saint-Saëns. Richard, that right up.
Her voice carries a tone of disappointment.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however.
Alright, see ya.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call.
I mean, she could have been a lot
Then
more rude
the
to
already
us,
familiar
considering.
voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Done with radio for now, I think.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Pull
A
out
metallic
toolbox.
drawer slides out from under the seat.
Do we have a
and
gun?
clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Take the flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
I mean, is there any reason I shouldn't take all of them?
The pry bar feels nice and cold, useful for opening all sorts of doors. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Alright. Tools. Do I equip these? Cover secret orbs in shady areas. It's not gonna, like, burn out or nothing, is it? Disco, 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 shoo-ba-da-doo-ba-dee-dee-ba-do.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your copo type.
What are capo types?
Yes, Guess what's yours?
Some kind of weapon cop?
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall
I
we?
mean, we have said we're sorry a lot.
Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
Won't the other capo types be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual capo type from
Ooh.
sorry to anything.
What are the others?
Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar,
Wanna be an
Advanced
Apocalypse
Interesting
cop?
Liquid Shadow.
Liquid
cop.
Shadow?
But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go.
Alright, fine.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen.
You don't know what you're talking about, Logic. Embarrassment to the party. Because you're still research, so it just takes time. I guess it's in-game time. I don't really want to carry the flashlight around with me everywhere, but also I'm like, what if I miss something because I don't have it equipped?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Shining the light right in her face at 10 in the morning. I am the law.
I know, sir.
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. I mean, that's like because a cop walks up, shines a light in your face. You start saying something, and he just says, "I am the law."
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games.
Get shined
It's
on.
called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
I can't shine Kim.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
What is a book? Don't be ridiculous. I know all these things.
You're fooling nobody.
Don't you sass me.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
Can I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about if both of the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
Well, what if it's actually that the people are bad, but like, I don't know, the audience can't realize that they're toxic?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
Okay. What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination, only it's really long and drawn out, scarred for life. Phantom Limb?
No, I don't know.
Doesn't ring a bell? Alright, I'll ask your mom.
Yes, she knows books. Definitely.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain?
Shut up.
You clearly have issues you need to address.
Stop telling me things that I already know. What about when everyone's poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
But sometimes you have to write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
Alright, what about a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process, or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
Alright, that's enough romance for me. I got some other questions.
Maybe some about other books?
Did you murder a guy and hang him on a tree? I just had to ask. What's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
You standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signaling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
You're cold. Can I help in some way? I could help by brutally dismantling the free market? I don't know if this is the time to discuss that with the girl.
Kind of you to offer, sir.
He doesn't know what else to say.
What could you do to help her anyway?
I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. Well, let's have a word at the store owner.
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers.
Luring?
Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be at school?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What is school, anyway?
School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
But isn't school pretty important?
Mum says it's necessary to do both, because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
Is that why she has to have her daughter standing out in the cold so that people will come maybe buy like one of her books?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Cursed?
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
It stopped snowing as soon as you said that. Oh shit. Cursed in what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Bankrupt.
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
Sounds rather serious. You should probably look into this. Near your eyes and look through the creaking boards on the window.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case. But I don't see much more to look into here.
But what if the ghost is the one who did the murdering?
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
How does this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were asking about romance novels.
But Kim, the plasmic manifestations!
No such thing.
Manifestations.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
Nah, I'm just using you for material.
Nothing really,
For
sir.
comedy,
Mum
hopefully.
doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
Alright, enough about curses.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
You can start calling me sir. I am a working man.
No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though.
Okay, I get you. For example, can't stop making this face.
That's a friendly enough face, most of the time.
Is it, though? Is it? Who are these famous people?
Kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
She scratches her cold reddened cheek, then continues.
I
Since
think
I
that's
wasn't
why
clicking on
people read
continue.
them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Where'd my mouse go? I've lost it.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those doesn't make the reader more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day.
Why would they do that, sir?
Because I'm a superstar cop in the papers and everything. That'll show them.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
So what's crime?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that. And the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. It's that bad.
Crime is a deviation from the law, punishable by either a civil or criminal sentencing. It's what the law prevents.
Alright, crime, murder gets the people going?
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I am a policeman myself, by the way. The law, as I said.
You don't look much like a policeman.
Okay, maybe I'm not a policeman and I should stop being one.
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
She points to a book cover in which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. Wow, look at this guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway. It's your point to your head.
Head? Yes.
No, it's your soul. Your blue soul.
Soul? That Mullen guy looks like a Hample man? Who would respect that face not even drawn correctly? He lacks soul.
I'm not sure I understand.
Policeman's gotta have the right stuff, an ingrained sense of the law. No one would follow a weakling like Mullen.
If you say so, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for your soul. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
Do we have anything that gives composure? I don't think we do. Okay. Let's look, though. And you just give electrochemistry. 58, that's not quite good enough for me to go for. But everything that's giving... Nothing that's taking composure away. Book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. This book is about pate. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. The book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. A half-naked dame, you say? Come on, Kim. Gotta get the lead out. Splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. To the distant squall of seabirds.
Yes?
So, you seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
Nothing. Just an observation.
You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th,
You're getting shined
we call it
on.
the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
You see on this picture how there's that, like, you know, white circle behind him? That's the light of our flashlight. Shining the truth out of his soul. How's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
That's racist. I don't prioritize containers.
I'm sure you don't. It's just a stupid interdepartmental thing. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
So, what do you do?
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Come on, we'll work better together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses?
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this. But you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Just observing.
I guess you don't need glasses, then.
Well, we don't know that we don't need them. You ever talk to yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
Yeah.
The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case.
So you're just saying your brain never chimes in with advice or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Tell me a secret.
No.
Tell me a secret.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you.
What's happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
You have mind powers. You lied.
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall.
So what can I do about it?
Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it.
No. Silently scream for help.
If the lieutenant were an evil man, who knows what sort of havoc he could wreak. Fortunately, he is a committed officer of the RCM. He'll only use his powers for the good of the investigation.
What if the investigation's not good, though?
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
I don't really want to say that. That's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
I'm not going to tell him I can't remember anything. Because, A, it's not true. I remember everything. I just pretend to not remember stuff for the sake of the investigation. Never let them know your next move, because if you don't know your next move, they can't know your next move either. Okay, so I think we're going to... Oh, yeah, I forgot about this guy. Let's call it here again. You know what, nah, let's talk to this guy. We'll talk to this guy, then we'll call it. Also, I'm going to pick this up. Plastic bag. Ooh. Like tear from the streets. Sure. Plastic bag has a fritte written on it in a dynamic, forceful manner that implies great prices. As you crack it open, a malty gust of air flies into your face. Smells of yeast and beer. Perfect place for tear. Tear. I'll start trouble, I'll fix it. I've been kicked out of area, join Revachol. Come on, nice to young. That's my song, that's the news of my life, man. Better watch your mouth around me, boy. That's things I've seen, and I can't do. I'm the job for every man. Listen, boy, don't start trouble, I'll fix it. Alright, okay? You don't actually say anything? Hey. Sir, I'm trying to pick up trash. I'm trying to make the world a better place. I know you wouldn't understand that. I don't really know why I'm picking stuff up, but...
is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Look inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
Shift your focus to the background.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows.
Shake your head.
Probably some kids.
Can I sell the bottles for money? Please, I'm very desperate. Alright, so I think we'll call it here. Next time we'll head into the bookstore. And then we will, I don't know, maybe I think we'll actually try and go find the body next time instead of dicking around, but we'll see. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.